I have pinpointed a pervasive people problem at parties.
Let's talk about that.
I'm Jonah from Germantown, Wisconsin. Good Mythical Morning.
Good Mythical Morning!
Today's episode is brought to you by Catulas.com, the guys with the goods. Goods like the Countertop vending machine. Hey, Link, can I have a drink?
Absolutely. Let me vend one for you right here.
Perfect for your man cave or your tailgate. It actually is powered by your car or a wall outlet. Thanks, Jason. You can remove this vending machine while I consume this drink.
Thanks for joining us today. You are special. We like to think we're special, and this is a special gathering. Oh my goodness.
That's what happens when you get it out of a vending machine, Link.
It didn't overflow. It was just the perfect amount of fizz.
Now, I could burp, because I can do it on command and I can do it with help.
Let's not do that.
But I won't.
You've got a problem with pervasive things happening at parties? What?
You like the alliteration?
Not really.
I knew you would.
I'm typically at parties with you because we're such party animals. I think
Yeah.
we're definitely known as being party animals.
Well, I said parties because it had a P, but it's really parties and any social gatherings. I've noticed this has happened to me personally from multiple angles in many different social gatherings over the years. And this year especially, it's been happening multiple times, and it started happening to my wife. And so I was like, we got to address this amongst the mythical beasts.
Okay, so you're going to address a problem that happens at parties / social gatherings. We're going to discuss it. You're going to relate to it. We're going to unpack it in such a way as to what? Learn something?
Let's unpack this
Are we gonna
pervasive party people problem.
Okay, so is that the goal, to unpack it? Or, you know what? Do we have a goal here? I'd just like to know.
I have a solution. And I would like to hear their solutions too.
Okay.
Okay, here's the issue. Here's the situation. You are at a social gathering party, let's say. There are two people talking, okay?
Mm-hmm. Not dancing. It's not one of those parties.
Not at the club. This is just two people talking.
Which this is how I dance when I'm pervasively at parties.
Yes. So,
I pervasively pump when I party.
Peter Piper picked a pervasive people party. And then you're like, I need to be into this I need to be a part of this conversation. Either I need to talk to sometimes it's like, okay, I actually need to talk to Rob, this guy here. So I'm going to go up to these two guys, and they're already having a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I need to talk to Rob, so I'm going to go up there, and I start waiting for the conversation to end, and now I feel awkward. Then me and Rob start talking, and Dan, who I don't know, gets quiet and leaves. So I've been that guy. I've also been in a conversation and had a person approach me and the person I was talking to, and I didn't know whether they wanted to talk to me or the person I was talking to because I didn't know them, or if they just wanted to enter the conversation like they're just getting to know people. And so then they enter the conversation. They naturally derail the conversation that you were having, or they derail it and make it about them and another person, and then you leave. I've been the guy that was awkwardly standing there. And then,
do you have like a situation like when this happened? Do you have a for instance?
No, I don't, because then people who watch the show may like figure out that they were a part of it and that kind of thing, and I don't want it because it's not. It's a problem, a pervasive problem that happens with people at parties and other social situations. Mm-hmm. But it isn't. No one's a bad guy. This is just because humans haven't developed. We developed a lot with our social interactions, but there are some places that we just haven't developed a proper system. It happened to my wife the other day where there was a person that she hadn't seen in a long time. She's talking to this other woman that's a friend of hers who doesn't know the woman that came up. And then...
Oh, she didn't know or didn't see?
She was just getting to know this woman, but the woman she's talking to didn't know the woman who came up. The woman comes up, starts talking to her. This woman stands there awkwardly and then walks away after a second. It's this... I don't know we need to come up with a name for what this situation is. It's like... mid-conversation
triumvirate.
Yes.
It needs to have the word try in it. Like, try as you may, this is going to be awkward. That's too long for a title.
Trifecta? Well, we'll come up with a name later. But the situation is that I feel like...
The tri-conversation.
The tri-conversation. How to have a tri-conversation?
Yeah.
But it doesn't just start with three people. It starts with two, and then the third person comes into the situation.
The buy to try phenomenon.
Buy to try conversational phenomenon problem.
The buy to try
conversation
convo problem.
Okay, that's shorter.
Okay.
Because you've experienced this, no doubt.
Yeah. I've been talking to somebody, and then all of a sudden I see a lurker. All of a sudden, it's like, what? There's someone in like, I'm like talking to this guy, like I'm looking at you, I'm talking to you, and all of a sudden somebody behind you that you don't see is like lurking, and they're like, are they looking at me? Are they looking at you? Are they signaling to me that I need to shut up so that the lurker can talk to the person that I'm talking with? And I'm sitting here having a conversation. Why are you contacting your eyes with my eyes? Just stay. Lurk away, man.
No. Because
or
I've been the lurker. I have been the lurker. I have been the victim of the lurker, and I have been the lurker. Because who says that you can't enter a conversation once a conversation has begun?
Well, it may be, okay, I'll be fair here. The lurker may be trying to be polite and not just being like, hey, I don't care what you two were talking about. I'm here now, and we're going to talk about what I'm going to talk about. Or just, hey, can you guys start over? It looks like you guys are talking about something cool. Just, can you start over? Because I was going to lurk, but instead I just thought I would blast in. And
yeah. And that's also a problem. So
the lurker may just be a polite dude.
No one is the bad guy
woman.
here. My point is, no one is wrong. The person who gets offended and walks away, they're not wrong. The person who lets the person start the other conversation is not wrong. The person who starts the conversation is not wrong either. So we need a system.
It's not about right or wrong. Before we get to some system, I want to point out that I think the worst position to be in is to be the blind man or blind woman. There's the lurker and there's the blind man. The person that is talking but doesn't see that someone is lurking to either commandeer the conversation, to talk to you, or to talk to the other person. So then, the blind person is like deep in conversation. Like I found myself, talking to somebody.
When you say blind person, you mean the lurker is behind them and
right,
they can't see
and I'm
it.
really into something. But what I don't notice is all of a sudden the person I'm talking to, I'm losing eye contact. Like they don't like my story. What's wrong?
In those cases,
there's a lurker back there.
The lurker is wrong. The lurker always has to come in from 90 degrees. Okay? You can't come in from behind somebody.
You can't blindside.
If these two people are having a conversation, you have to enter their peripheral vision at the same angle, so you interrupt them together.
And probably like do something like this, like fixing your hair.
Okay, see, now you're getting into my system. This is how. First of all, if you're a lurker and you want to join if you're the try and you want to join a bi conversation, you need to enter from the side. You need to find the angle. I don't care how you do it. Do not come in from behind somebody. That is so inappropriate.
You're creating a blind man.
Yeah.
Blind spot.
You're ruining this conversation.
You're blind spotting.
You come in
You're
at
being
90
a jerk.
degrees. You come in perpendicular. And you need a system, okay? This is the system. Simple, elegant, unique.
Okay.
If you want to join, if you just need to speak to one person and you're like, I need to speak to Link, but I don't want to stop the conversation that's happening. You come in, you stand approximately 5 feet away, and you point at the guy you want to talk to.
You point?
Yeah. You stand back, and you just kind of look at both of them and just put a finger on the person, point in their direction. It's like, so when they look over there, they acknowledge you. And once you have been acknowledged, you go back to this right here and just stand.
Once you've been acknowledged, you remove the point.
And
because a prolonged point is pervasively awkward.
Yes.
What's the P word for
Especially
awkward?
at parties with lots of people. And then you come in, if you need to talk to the guy on that side, you point with your left hand.
You point with the other.
If you want to enter the conversation, you come in like this.
Guns a-blazing.
You point at both of them, and if they give you the nod, just walk on in.
Start over.
Tell me what's wrong with that. Now, you may say, well, that's awkward. You have to point. But listen, nobody's feelings get hurt. Everybody understands the system. Everybody abides by the system. And everybody lives better lives.
Well, I think if you did some sort of chicken kind of a mating dance kind of thing, it would be at least be more entertaining. Like, you look at that guy over there. It gives those people something to talk about.
It's got to be something anybody
it's like, hey,
can do.
Come over here, man. That's hilarious.
It's got to be
something.
something
You wanted to be in this conversation?
Anybody can do.
Okay. Yeah, you're here now. It's great.
And so, and I love entering a conversation like this anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's like, obviously, I'm here. I'm here to talk about something.
I enter conversations guns a-blazing. And so, but then if you want to talk to the one person, then it's kind of like cutting in. It's exactly it's like a dance and you're, may I cut in? I think it would be elegant to actually, may I cut in? Say that.
No, because that's like
dancing.
Yeah, but that sounds like you're coming on to the person that you want to speak with. You
right.
know what?
It makes it a little too
I
intimate.
want to retract something. I think you should do the double point from a distance, and then when you're acknowledged, the other dudes should wave you in, and then you come in.
So you re-engage with the double pump. What is that called? Not a double pump.
The double
you go
point
in like this.
The double point.
Wow.
The double point on the way in is optional, but the double point from about 5 feet away. Hey, I want to talk to both of you guys. I want to enter the conversation.
And the points
that's not optional.
They're not shaking, right? They're not like I'm here to party. It's just like
they're just normal points.
I'm here to talk.
In fact, you should keep the thumb down because that looks like a gun. You should just point. I want to talk to you. I want to join the conversation.
Do you have any suggestions in how to solve the buy to try convo problem?
I think this is
Let us know.
Foolproof.
Let's end this episode of Good Mythical Morning. Making conversations less awkward, one conversation at a time. That's what we do here. Here. Let's end this episode.
When are we going to land on a special spot? It just hasn't happened yet.
It's got to be a special day.
There's a 1 in 8 chance that it will happen.
Oh, really?
We've had more than 8 episodes and it still hasn't happened.
Oh! No! Link is an alien.
Hey.
Hello, I am an alien. I come in peace to destroy your planet.
That seems counterintuitive.
Not on my planet.
So by peace you mean that we're gonna like hang out, we're gonna party with people at who have pervasive problems?
No, lay down so that you can be probed. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to get my assistant to do it.
Where's your assistant?
He's waiting. He's waiting up there.
He's pointing at both of us.
He'll come. Oh yeah, he wants in on this conversation.
Okay, well,
Wave him in.
That's not a finger. That's a probe.
That's a probe.